Hey everybody! Hello, Bobby Murray here from DYPB Discovery Personal Brand. I'm here with Nguyen. Hi, String.
Hi.
So we're about to get started, and what I'm doing right now is I'm just setting up some tech stuff. But in the meantime, glad to have you guys here. Why don't you
Thank
guys tell us
you.
all where you're from?
It's 7 a.m. in Australia. From the future. It's Friday. Welcome.
Oh, that's right. You're on Friday, and I'm still on Thursday. Oh my gosh. Okay, happy Friday. Everyone else, though, you can post the comment on the comments in the box, um, and and then also, but yeah, that's right. And then also, if you have questions throughout the presentation, you can put questions below, and there's a question box below the screen, or you can use the chat box, and we'll cover both. Okay, so just a question for you to know what's going on. In the meantime, we're just gonna check in, say hello to people, and then we'll get started in a couple of minutes. Okay, so but if people have questions or things they want to ask String now, that's totally fine. They can also ask me questions too, and we can do our best to accommodate everyone that's here. How's did you sleep okay, String? You okay? You ready to do this?
Yes, I got this.
Okay, good. I'm very happy to hear that, because I want to make sure that you're on it. That's good. And thank you so much for taking the time to be part of this. I think we're really glad to have you.
I'm always excited to talk about video and storytelling.
That's true. That's true. Okay. Yes. Yeah, I mean, I'm also very passionate about that topic too. So that's why we actually, and for people who didn't know, we actually had a LinkedIn logo just recently about this, and my chicken. What's a good place to eat fried chicken in Toronto? Good question. Popeye's chicken. Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Canadian? Is Popeye Canadian?
I think so. Yeah, you've heard of it?
Yeah, like I ate it in Vietnam.
Okay. Actually, you want to know my favorite place to eat chicken? Actually, is I actually go. There's a restaurant. There's a Chinese and a Mongolian restaurant called Mongolian Grill, and also one called Mandarin. And I basically go there because their wings, their chicken and fried chicken's so good. The Chinese food's fine, but the fried chicken's amazing. Like I love it. So
You have to take me there next time when I'm back in Toronto.
Yeah. Okay, that'll be amazing.
We can have a fried chicken party.
I'm all fried chicken party. That's good. And then I'll take you to my own curry party. So that'll be good. All right. So everyone's enough. We're gonna start. Actually, I'm gonna remove your slide for now. I'm gonna put my slides up. Okay. But let me just. Oops. Okay, I need you to move. Okay, here we go. And where's my slides? You remove my slides. Okay, my slides. Okay. All right. So while we're waiting to get going, again, if anyone's here on the call and they're looking to learn more about DYPB, again, share what you're available for. You can tag people about what we're doing using DYPBTO, which is the handle for Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn. All right. And thanks for sharing all those links. If you have questions, you can put them in the question box below. We might even throw in a couple of polls and offers for you guys, but and we'll save some of those for the very end. But we're also going to share some really great value-added content for you guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to start just sharing a few thoughts here. I'm actually going to get rid of our beautiful faces for a moment, and then I'll bring them back. All right. So a little bit about DYPB. DYPB, Discovery Personal Brands, all about personal branding and leveraging tools and insights around personal branding to help people. In 2018, we actually served 1,000 people just in the Toronto area. We did 4 workshops. There's Carrie Twigg leading a workshop. We had 8 LinkedIn local meetups, and there's a picture of String in this gigantic crowd. You probably can't see her. She's in the back. I think that's her in the very center back in the black shirt. I think that's you, String. Then we had a mini conference. We had 4 panel events. So we did a lot of great stuff. And the reason we do this is because the way we run personal branding is that every individual organization wants 3 more things of greatness. One is they want more focus. They want greater focus or clarity, direction, purpose in their lives. They want greater alignment, some more meaning, more values, activation, more passion, more fulfillment in their lives. And they want more impact ultimately. They want more achievement, success, story, and legacy. And so we use personal branding as a means to help individuals and organizations get this. We do that through online resources, trainings like this, in-house trainings, live workshops, LinkedIn local events, things like that. And our whole goal here is to develop your personal brand journey through the discovery phase, the development stage, and the deployment phase of your personal brand. And the why statement of DYPB is really this: everyone deserves to own their life, discover their greatness, and leave a legacy. And so we try to help as many people as we can. And our purpose as DYPB is to say, look, what makes you extraordinary? It's time to find out. DYPB moves you to achieve a life of purpose and impact through your personal brand journey. So we're here to support you on that, and that's why we're doing this webinar today. And in our 2019 plan, we're doing even more workshops, meetups, seminars, masterminds, an awards gala, and in-house training. So we're doing a lot of work here to engage people. In fact, we've already done three LinkedIn locals. I'm doing a workshop next week as well as in August. So we're doing a lot of great stuff. So today, the topic is all about storytelling, presenting live and online. Now, the focus today is really more about String's expertise, which is online and video storytelling. But before she gets into that, I'm going to share a little bit about kind of what I do when it comes to presenting live or delivering presentations. As many of you may know, I'm a 5-time TEDx speaker and also one of Inc. Magazine's top 100 leadership speakers. So I've been able to leverage my brand as a speaker, and that's what I do for a living. I'm a professional speaker. I travel around the world talking about the power of connection as it pertains to personal branding, authentic networking, and digital marketing influence. And I have a large social media following of about 500,000 followers, and so I create content all the time. And what I can tell you is that if you want to become a better presenter, the first thing you have to understand is to know your audience. Know your audience in terms of who they are, what their pain points are, and how they wish to be served. Number two, it's important for you to know exactly what your message for the world is and how you want to use that message to address the target. And number three, I'm going to tell you is that I think you should just start. You just have to just start getting out there and offering to appear on panels, offering to speak to your high schools and colleges, offering to just start becoming a speaker, because being a speaker, from my standpoint, is a huge part of building a thought leadership brand. And again, if you have questions around branding or speaking or things like that, you can always put questions in the question box or below. But let me know, who here has actually done speaking or wants to do more speaking out there? Because if you do, comment below, let me know, because I also want to know what's kind of holding you back from speaking. And when it comes to speaking live, a big part of it is rehearsing yourself and preparing and organize yourself in a way that is clear and concise for the audience, because ultimately you want to deliver the best message you can. And speaking of that, the other thing to think about when it comes to live sort of storytelling is you want to make sure that you do things in a way that's organized, but also your mindset has to be in a certain way. So don't try to be the next Barack Obama or the next Tony Robbins or Gary Vaynerchuk. Try to be the next, try to be a good teacher. If you teach people with an intent to try to deliver that on that teaching and that lesson, they're gonna get more benefit from that than anything you can ever do as the kick-ass speaker that you might be trying to be. Okay, so that's really the main thing I wanted to share when it comes to presenting live. But again, the focus today is on the online storytelling piece that String's going to get into. But before I pass it on to her, does anybody have any questions for me in terms of live storytelling and live speaking, and anything you're struggling with? Because I want to make sure I address those things. If you don't, that's fine. You can also plug in questions throughout the webinar, and also we can get to Q&A at the end. We will stay online afterwards and try to deliver as much value as we can. All right, but thank you so much for joining us here today. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this down and bring back our beautiful faces. And now, String, you can actually go in and start delivering on your presentation and start engaging the crowd too. And I'll just be here to moderate and host whatever I need to do.
Okay. So specifically today, again, thank you everyone for inviting me just to share my thoughts about LinkedIn video storytelling. And if you have any questions that I haven't covered in the presentation, feel free to upload a question, because I'm sure I'm going to cover as much as I can to help you leverage LinkedIn specifically. And video has pretty much changed my life. And I'm going to share my theories about what works and what doesn't work, so you can do it yourself as well. Okay. But before we move on and talk about LinkedIn specifically, I'm just going to talk about social media so you contextualize it. And you may know that I like fried chicken. So if you happen to be hanging out on Facebook, I'm just going to talk about fried chicken in context to social media. Facebook, I like fried chicken. Twitter, I am hashtag fried chicken. On YouTube, watch me eat fried chicken. On LinkedIn, my skills include fried chicken. Instagram, check out my food porn of fried chicken. And Pinterest is like, here are my recipes of fried chicken. You could listen to a rap song of fried chicken. And Yelp is like, here's where I like to eat fried chicken. And I want to explain this as a way to say that, you have to be very specific and textualized with social media. You can have one key message, but you have to understand that each consumer has different habits on different platforms. And LinkedIn specifically is why it's more professional. The way to build up your personal brand and be consistent is to understand your messages and your purpose. So that way, when people jump and connect you on different platforms, they know that they're still hanging out with you and that you'll continue to live your again, focusing on your own vision and alignment and creating impact. So that means you have to be super consistent about your messaging. And I want to use fried chicken as a way to describe that. So a little bit about me. So my video story started about 4 or 5 years ago. Has anyone heard of Meerkat? Bobby, have you heard of Meerkat?
Oh yeah, I have. I was on there.
You were, yeah, great. But you were. So if anyone doesn't know, Meerkat existed before Periscope came around. And Periscope and Meerkat were both mobile live stream platforms. And I feel Meerkat was go win because it integrated seamlessly onto Twitter. So I was able to grow my following in 6 months from 0 to 44,000 followers, ridiculous numbers. And then I feel I chose the wrong team because I said I'm going to be Team Meerkat because literally Twitter just squished it within 6 months. So Periscope survived because it's Twitter brought it out. But I feel Periscope is still clunky and stuff. It's only it took them 2 years to integrate fully onto Twitter. But anyway, so my video started on Meerkat, and I learned 3 things: building a community, building up a channel, and being consistent with your content. And then how did I get onto LinkedIn? So my video journey continued on to Snapchat, but Snapchat was really hard to monetize and did really well on there. I took a selfie with Bill Nye the Science Guy. Do you know him, Bobby? I think I've heard he's really popular in North America.
Yeah.
He is. Yeah.
Sure.
Because I won an award for a Snapchat channel called Women in Tech, and again, loved it, did everything on it, understand vertical, understand interactiveness, build up my community around it. But it's only when LinkedIn, the day that I want to switch to Instagram, because I noticed a massive shift towards being very video, was the day that LinkedIn knocked on my door and said, String, I love your videos. Would you like to be a beta tester and be part of our pilot for our video? So I was one of the early adopters for LinkedIn video. So you could call me the OG of video on LinkedIn. And I'm probably the youngest person on there right now. And my first video went viral, really. And the most common question is how did you get live? How did you get live? I didn't get live, but I tricked people. First LinkedIn live, linked live. That was really funny, wasn't it? So that went viral. And then from then on, I went from 0 to 30,000. So and the great thing is, even if you want a great LinkedIn hack, you could just try to tag Jeff Weiner, and he will comment in there. I will bring 1 million eyeballs. Wow. That's he has the Oleg effect. Everyone knows Oleg on LinkedIn, right? He has an Oleg effect. So if you tag popular people in there, and they happen to, if you do mass tagging, what happens is go drop your numbers. But if you have tag relevant people and they also happen to comment, virally happens. Oh, and my LinkedIn channel was built in September 2017, and some of my stats is I went from 0 to 32,000 now, and I won top voice twice. And I have a total of 3.7 million views And all these like stats here, even including fried chicken party, happened because of LinkedIn. And I like even went to like and visited and hanged out with Bobby and we created videos together. So collaboration is probably another thing that like I didn't mention on this slide that is really key in this. So LinkedIn videos, let's go deep dive into LinkedIn video specifically. I noticed the GIF doesn't work in here, but it was like a little GIF to put like a thumb down on the rise of bad videos. And like actually bad videos has like pro in that it's super authentic. But I see like other bad video types where people don't create original content to build up their thought leadership or expertise. Instead, they just like want to hijack numbers and put in like existing popular viral videos that went viral on Facebook and uploaded onto LinkedIn. And every time I see someone like upload unoriginal content or like they copyrighted someone else's content, I just unfollow them because I don't want to see them on my feed anymore. Again, I'm going to leverage on the idea of personal branding because you're selling yourself. And I have a thing called 7 V's where like vision, which is similar to focus. What's your North Star? What makes you wake up every morning? Like, what is the purpose that you want to live and achieve in your life? Values is what Bobby calls alignment. What is your framework to life and business? Because you have 2 types of values, your personal framework and values, and also your like point of difference and your uniqueness in values what you provide in business as well. Folk as in folk. Folk is actually a German word for people. Who are your people? Who do you want to take care of? Who will pay for you? There's a difference between audience and partnerships and also like customers as well. So the more you understand your customers, the more you can serve. Your visuals. How do you trigger people's memories? So I use fried chicken as an example to trigger people's memories. So from this point on, every time you see a fried chicken or KFC or Popeye, you'll think of me. Voice. What's your key message? Like again, it's like fried chicken is my key message, and video marketing is my key message, and personal branding is the way to like amplify your voice and message and control your narrative. What is your key message? Validation. What are your goals? Which is what Bobby calls impact. What kind of legacy do you want to leave behind and how can you achieve it? And victory is like what, you know, like based on impact is like what, like are you able to achieve those goals that you set out and how do you make bank? So it's really important that it's okay to make money. There's nothing wrong of making money, especially if your livelihood is based on it. If you're a speaker and if you want to like find speaking gigs, you should like able to provide value based on the speaking package that you provide. And I'm going to talk about the string scale of content consumption. On one hand, we have candy content, and then on the other side, we have substance content. Candy content is what I call Kim Kardashian things. Like that, things are like candy content that triggers your dopamine hits and give you the big sugar rush. So things that make you laugh, like Diana's dancing videos is like this. Karaoke music and videos that I see popping up onto LinkedIn is this. And on the other side, we have Bobby, who's always providing value. Value in terms of like information-based content to help you grow your mind, build up your heart, and like make you well-being, mentally prepared, and also your hip pocket. So that's like Gary Vee fits into the, Tony Robbins fits into the, and my favorite person, Oprah. I love how Bobby wrote Bobby videos. It's true. So I just want to show you that differences because people don't know where to stand. But the sweet spot is where you combine value, information with the sweet spot. If you can entertain people and make it educational kind of content, I think that's like the sweet spot where you could provide value and your personality or like be humorous at the same time. Because at the moment, LinkedIn has a lot of old white guys who position themselves as a thought leader, and rightly so, because they built up 10 years of expertise all over. But I find that the content is very dry. So you could like, if you're like building up your expertise, at least make yourself entertaining or provide entertainment for others while they learn. And when it comes to video, the first 10 seconds count. If you don't grab people's attention and respect people's time, you're wasting people's time, especially because like LinkedIn is all about the feed experience. And I think it's really important that you should have basic hygiene or basic fundamentals of leveraging LinkedIn, which means that you should like do your LinkedIn profiles. So if you screenshot this, like these are things that you can like do to help social proof yourself and add value. And I think as well that people actually look at and read it, and a lot like I noticed that people don't even attempt to like build up their connections up to 1,000. 1,000 connections is the indicator that you're quite active on LinkedIn. And 1,000 connections means that you're like actually cultivating that network as well. And also, like if you stand out with like a good profile, it acts like a lead magnet as well. The newsfeed. There's a difference between. Do you know what's the major difference between YouTube and LinkedIn? YouTube is all about like the way they focus on the algorithms based on watch time. So they want you to hang and watch and learn on YouTube. So that's why like videos are 10 minutes long, because it's also like ads. They want to have 2 ads in the 10-minute video. But also they're like the more like you hang on LinkedIn, the more like they give you points to the watcher for like making them stay. Go ahead. Anyway, and like LinkedIn is a newsfeed, meaning that it's like Facebook 5 years ago. So newsfeed is actually the scrolling game that you have to play. So you know your mobile phone, when you scroll, you have to scroll and stop. So that's why you have to pay, like, make the most of the first 10 seconds, because like people will skip you. So if you don't have captions, people will skip you. The professionals are still all about reading content and watching content at the moment. So that means you have to add captions to increase retentions. And like there's a few free tools. Bobby, what tool are you using at the moment? And what phone do you have?
I have an iPhone XR.
Yes. Oh, great phone. And like, are you using InShot at the moment, or like when you were like adding captions?
I use Clips and Clipomatic.
Yeah, those are 2 good ones. There were like DIY ones. There's like paid services if you want like SRT files, and that you could upload Rev or subtitles, another one. And there's going to be a few more ones as well. Over time, the cost will diminish, but it's worth having and investing and building up a habit of adding captions into your videos. Here are the type of content that you should think about on delivering on LinkedIn at the moment. I do videos, but I also do posts, because status posts still does incredibly well in terms of views. So if I get about like 10,000 views on videos, I get like about 1.5 and sometimes 3 with just a good clean copy. Photos actually do the worst. Articles don't seem to have organic reach. But status posts, if you just want to like build up your momentum, consider like just building up status posts and then go into videos. But at least do videos once a week, because you want people to become familiar with your face and brand. And it's a great way of showing your personality and sharing your journey as well. And it's brand recognition. Your face is your brand. And it's not about like how pretty you are. It's about how like comfortable you are in camera. There's a lot of respect I give to people who just themselves on camera. Remember, LinkedIn is very content driven right now. So they want you to, interestingly enough, like they want you to hang and stay inside the platform itself as well. But they like using old ways of doing things at the moment. But still, like if you push people to go outside of LinkedIn, they penalize you for points. So make sure that your content, including your videos and your articles, is native. Don't upload any YouTube or Vimeo links. Show and tell. Use written copy to go with your video posts to like retain attention as well. And leverage your thought leaders and collaborate as well. There's LinkedIn video ads. Truthfully, I haven't really like experimented with this, because like you have to be almost like an enterprise level to be making worthwhile. But like I heard like a lot of recruiters and B2B marketers use this as a way to get like a 10K lead. So it's understanding your folks. Who are your folks that you want to serve? And because LinkedIn has like a really dope black book list, and you can leverage it off by understanding who you want to hyper target and be in front of their face. Again, like I'll go do a recap. Develop your personal brand and story. Leverage LinkedIn videos. Do more videos to stand out and attract. Very few people are using video as part of their network. And if you're just the first one within your network to be creating videos, and after 3 months, I will guarantee you that like your friends will follow up and say, hey, how did you do videos? You be pretty much the video thought leader and storyteller within your own space. Whatever niche you are, video is a powerful tool to build up your brand and showcase your value as well, and attract your audience at the same time. Any questions?
Looks like so far we don't have very many questions, but that's okay.
All good. Like I understand, like this is all like a lot to take in, and that like everyone needs to start with basics, and the basics is like just if you feel like you want to start doing videos, like is anyone doing videos? Yeah. Like can we switch it to have our faces back on, please, Bobby?
Sure. Hello.
Is there a way to like one thing that I like to do with Webinar Jet is like, is there a way to like have our faces on the corner when we do presentation slides? Because I think that would make a difference. I think
You know,
having
like side by side and stuff. I think there is actually.
Yeah.
I could change like I could change the layout here. Hold on. How about this? How's that?
Yeah, I think you should like consider doing
Is that better?
Yeah, I wish I knew that. Like I could have asked you to do that. LinkedIn Live is still having problems. Have you shared your feedback to the team? Do you work for LinkedIn Live or LinkedIn?
Well, I don't think so. I did no, but I can tell you right now that the one of the LinkedIn Live designers commented on my LinkedIn Live broadcast this morning, and he sent me an email to connect for feedback. So he asked me for that, and although he did say a couple of things, one is he wanted to like do a call to get feedback, but he also said he's putting together a forum to collect it, but it looks like it's going to take him a couple of months to do that. So that's the timeline. I mean, LinkedIn Live's so new, right? So.
Yeah, I still think they're like in pilot stage and building product stage, because like what they've done is essentially invited third parties apps like Switcher to be able to be the contact for the thing till they develop their own product. That's my theory anyway. And it's not going to be like rolled out for a while because like they tend to be very slow, but they want to like make sure their product works. And that happened in like video as well. They probably like spend a year like develop their product, but then like and then when they first released it out to public, it took another year to become global as well.
I agree with you. I think that it's going to take. I mean, this is a band-aid solution to last them temporarily while they do something in-house. But I think it's more complicated to have a live stream than it is to have a upload video function.
Yeah,
so it may take them longer to do it, I think, than versus the video launch that they had.
So Sajith, are you planning? Do you use any live at all? Like, what about videos? Do you do videos at all?
Yeah, like YouTube, Facebook. Nope.
No.
Okay.
He doesn't do any live. What about videos? Do you do any videos? Because like I say, like Babad has yes. So
Good. Glad to hear. I mean,
but you should definitely, if you're interested in LinkedIn Live, you should definitely start building up your basic foundational of understanding how to build up your camera presence. So that's why I started setting up Mastery Video with Bobby to help like create the frameworks and like create a sandpit area for people to practice and get feedback. So if you don't do videos, like I'm going to throw it out there. It's like what makes you expect you to do be awesome with live. So you may as well like start building up your basics and like get comfortable in front of the camera faster by doing videos. Hey Kamal, your question is, how do you find time to create videos regularly if you're self-employed? How long do you spend doing videos? Here's my habit of doing videos. And plus I know what it's like to be self-employed. You should, like, how do you do it, Bobby? Like, I feel like you find a particular format already that works for you.
Well, I mean, I have to find a way that works within my system. I mean, funny enough, it's actually harder to do videos, I think, if you're fully employed versus self-employed. Self-employed, we have a flexible schedule, but what I usually do is I do them in the morning. So as soon as my kids leave, and before I start my 9 a.m., doing my work, I basically have half an hour where I do that in a live stream or I upload a one or 2 minute video. So I do it then. And what I can tell you, it also changes. Like when I first started doing videos on LinkedIn, I was doing every day, 7 days a week. Then I went down to 5 days a week, then 3 days a week, then 2 days a week, because it was just overwhelming how much time it took. But now I'm doing live streams every day. But it's easy for me because I just go on my phone and I just start chatting away, and I've planned out my content in 20, 25 minutes, and I'm done. So that's for me. Regular can also be once a week, right? Just make sure it's clear exactly what you're doing. I know some people are doing live streams or videos, and they actually put in their profile, LinkedIn Live every Wednesday, 4 p.m., that type of thing. And they know that's every week, so you can look forward to it.
Yeah, because like again, LinkedIn isn't very suited to videos, so there's no playlist for you to go back. But what you can do is like embed your videos into an article, so it acts like a playlist.
Right.
To answer your question, Pavel, what I do is like, because I have other business, and my startup means like I have to develop other things in my business as well. So I understand like as a content creator, I was a full-time content creator. I had to scale back dramatically because I had to develop products as well. So what I did was like I set Thursday as my day to create content only. Like, and what I do is like I line up interviews and people on that day, so then they come in because I have my camera set up, my video set up, my questionnaires set up, and even the format of my videos, so that I could like create lots of videos in one day.
I think it's a great idea too, because and it's something I don't do, but I mean it's a good idea to just, if I get dressed up really nicely and spiffy, and then I can roll off probably 10 1-minute videos in a setting and in one sitting, and I can easily do that. So actually, I mean, if you look at our master video course that when we first did the videos, we did them on one day, like half a day, and we just did them all together, right? It was very structured, but we also planned it, but it's very easy to do. So it's actually really good in terms of your time allocation to not get overwhelmed, to actually just block a bit of time to just pump out a whole bunch of videos and plan them out.
I think it's mostly like what kind of creating content that you need to do. And what I do is like when I like have coffee in the morning or like have breakfast in the morning, I write out like I have a notebook in front of me, and I just sit there and just like ask myself questions or what content or FAQs that I have to write. So over time, what I did was like just build up a big list. And if you're analytical, you go on the internet because Google ranks everything.
Right.
So you get to so you could always like create content based on Google ranks, but like at least build up your habit of like what content you do. And so because you are the expert, so when you have a very much like the way I do video is one message, one video. What is the key message that you want to convey in that video? Then you'll be able to create content.
Yeah, and let me just add to that in terms of figuring out what content. Yes, I keep information on my phone as well as a Word document. I typically get a lot of my ideas in the shower based on the day or two before. So like you go to a coffee shop, I'm in the shower just thinking about this. But sometimes I get inspiration from all the questions I got. And if you really want to do some research, for example, you can go to websites like Quora.com and see what people are talking about. So for example, personal branding. So you go there and you see like a whole list of questions on personal branding. That's the place to come up with ideas of what to talk about. If you're in real estate, for example, you can say go to real estate sites with the FAQs are, and then those are the questions you can answer. That's going to be content. So it's very easy to do it if you put the effort into it. And then the other question, I'm not sure you answer this string, but like how long do you spend each video? So the thing for me was I was spending about 20 minutes on my 1-minute video. So I'd make a 1-minute video, I record it, which would take basically 3-4 minutes. Then I'd work on the subtitles, which would take about 10-15 minutes. Then I would work on creating a text post with that and uploading it, and that would take another 5-10 minutes. So it would take me 20 minutes to create, execute, and upload and launch a 1-minute video. And so the reason I stopped doing that, I mean, I'll still do some, maybe once a week from now on. The reason I switched to the other ones because now I'm able to create 25-minute live stream videos in 27 minutes. It takes me about 2 minutes to set up. It's not that long at all, and I just deliver great content and great value. So that's what I do.
Oh, the way that Bobby and I do it when we do our 1-minute videos is one take. So
Yeah.
you don't do anything at all. And if you do that, it's like a lot more authentic because you're showing off your expertise and your knowledge as well.
Unless you really screw up. I mean, I've screwed up a couple times, but normally, it's one take 90% of the time. Yes.
But you could always do retakes. Your first one doesn't
Sure.
necessarily is a good one, but you always I find that like I did a lot of experience in being teaching a lot of people. They like the first video could be like 3 minutes long, and then I'm like, okay, do it again but shorter, because they have to like empty their head first before they do the shorter video. Our first video took 9 takes, and over time you will build up these habits, and you will like eventually it's like what takes 10 minutes will take like 5 minutes, and then maybe over time 1 minute.
Well, it also depends how long it is too. I think you know, like for example, a 10-minute video. If I did a 10-minute video and someone screwed up, we would just roll with it and just kind of whatever.
Yeah.
For the 1-minute one, I have a little bit more. You know, it's so easy to quickly restart, right? I'm not sure how long your first video that you're doing, Sajid, was that promotion video. You know, there's a good question. There's a good question in there too in terms of how to bring traction to his video for job promotions. Any thoughts on that, String?
Oh, like what kind of job promotion though? Are you promoting or looking for jobs, or you like want to hire people?
Yeah, good question.
Because you have to contextualize it as well.
Yeah.
And I don't think so you don't underestimate your power of the smartphone, because smartphones has like better technology to create awesome videos these days.
So he said he wanted to hire people for tech companies.
We want to hire for tech companies. I think like with anything about like we want to hire people for tech companies. So you're a recruitment job. So this is like the bit where like you have to always contextualize what kind of video it is and who like I always say, who are you making the video for? What is the key message? What emotions you want to motivate them in, and what like action you want them to take. So if you could answer that questions, then you'd be okay. Like with any videos, it doesn't have to be a recruitment or job, but you need to have those 4 key questions in a video. And plus, like, you know, lighting wise, this is what it looks like without lighting. But if I add a little bit of a light, it works. So Bobby, you should like get a light like this.
I have lots of cool little lights that I use for the different types. But I have, look at that. I have lighting, and the curtains are closed. Like I open the curtains, it'll be crazy. So it'll be like,
sometimes like basic stuff like that like makes a difference, because like people forget like little techniques like this. And you don't have to do it directly on your face, but you have to do it like so it shines on your face.
Hey, so I was just asking, does editing take a long time for a 1-minute video? Like, what kind of editing tools do you use? Do you actually? I don't even edit my videos, so I just do one take and I just play it. But
when I first started out, I actually like because I wanted to understand like how to do high volumes of videos, so I just developed like perfected my 1 minute, 1 take, 1 message videos. Because I wanted to increase the volumes, because it's like the way you play the game on LinkedIn is not to create quality content, but it is to create like above average volume content. So then what happens is you go like, you know, I had one person complain on Twitter, it's like, String, you know, I think you kept on like flooding my feed. So every time he opens his LinkedIn app, he says I was there. So he had to unfollow me. So I consider that a win, because like he probably had a very small network and I just kept on pushing content. So that means like I was able to trigger that the algorithm will be on people's feed, because a lot of people thought we are first connections. But in reality, like many of my like I'm in second and third people's connection list, because I kept on pushing content on a regular basis. So I became a familiar face on LinkedIn. And then I like scaled back, because like I got enough leads from it. But if I had like a better or more consistent team, I'd probably push out videos like probably twice a day. To be a content, like YouTubers push out videos once or twice a day as well.
Yeah, I mean, if I had the ability and time and resources to do it, I would pop out more than 1 video per day, like a live stream and a quick check-in and a 1-minute video. Like, you know, I totally would do that. It's just a question of the time. So you have to pick the most bang for your buck. The LinkedIn live streams, the LinkedIn live streams I'm doing now, I'm actually losing followers because they're annoyed by the notifications, and including people that aren't even my followers. But you know, I'm glad that LinkedIn is telling everybody about it, because I think that's good for me to get awareness.
How long are your like live streams at the moment?
So I typically plan 10 to 15 minutes of content where I tell a story and I give the nuggets of what I want to talk about, and then the rest of the time, 5-10 minutes is engagement with people, asking questions. Sometimes they go long. I target 25 minutes, but sometimes they go 30. And then a couple of interviews I did, they went to 40 minutes. If people are engaging and there's lots of people there, and we'll just keep going. But for the most part, I try to keep it around 25 minutes total.
So like the point is, like, do people do you see increasing numbers of post-production views?
Yeah, definitely. In fact, I usually have better numbers the longer I go. So usually the first 10-15 minutes, not as many people, but in the last 5 minutes, it's way more than it was when I first started because I've been on for a while. And then afterwards, there's even far more views because people check it out afterwards.
Because I think that's because, like, if you could to warm up or like do a pre-roll video like about 10 minutes beforehand or 15 minutes beforehand, I think it will trigger the algorithms because, like, they say, oh, Bobby has streamed for 10-15 minutes.
A 10-minute pre-roll about what?
Just like, hey, I'm gonna be live in 10 minutes.
Holy crap. Okay, that's 10 seconds. And then what do you do for the next 10 minutes?
10 minutes.
Well, you say I'm gonna be live in 10 minutes, but then it's paused and it's just rolling.
Yeah, so what it does is, like,
interesting.
It goes down, like, like a video, like you record a video or something like that.
Yeah.
Like I probably would do that. Like,
it's
like in 15 minutes, I'm going to be like on live. So what happens is, like, it prompts people to like tune in. No, but like you won't tune in. It just says come back in 15 minutes.
Yes, I was like, I'm gonna leave. No, I think that the idea would be to like start rolling the film at 8:10, and then let people know I'm gonna come back, and then when 8:30 shows up, I start officially.
Yeah.
But I'll experiment with that on the weekend, so it's not on my daily thing for now.
All right, but I'm just telling you to go work because I already know what works already on LinkedIn.
Sure, no, I'll try it. That's fine. Hey, by the way, speaking of LinkedIn and videos and things like that, we should definitely share with our audience some of the cool special offers we have for people. So, do you want to let people know what we have? Because it's actually already below, so you can let people know
about it. So we're offering like to join, like, it's not String's amazing community, but it's also Bobby because he's been also a massive contributor.
I know. You're the leader, though, so I'm just putting you in there.
Yeah. So Mastery of Video is a community-driven platform and a video training platform to help professionals and business owners to be awesome on video. Specifically, we have like videos around personal branding and also videos on LinkedIn as well. So what we're doing is like offering, like, because we're doing like a $45 discount over the 3 months. So it's $99 at the moment, but we like chipped it down to discount $15 per month. So check it out if you want, and like if you have any questions or any problems, like reach out to me on LinkedIn.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's a great community, a lot of great mentors, if you want to get comfortable with video storytelling and getting on video, it's definitely the place to be. I highly recommend it. And the offer I have for people today too is that I'm doing a workshop next week in Toronto live. So I'm going to do a live storytelling presentation skills workshop. If anybody, and right now there's an early bird, so if you sign up now, you're going to save about 25% off the regular price. It's a 3-hour deep dive where I'm going to get people get up to actually tell stories. We're going to give you critique and feedback. I'm going to give you all the tools that I use to be a very effective and dynamic presenter on stage. So that's what that is. And again, you can see the button there to register and take advantage of the early bird. So that's what that is all about. So String and Family's amazing community of Master Video. Check that out. The link, just click on the button, and also if you want to check out my live storytelling presentations course, you can also click on the button and check it out. Right, so hope you guys are interested in that. A lot of people are going to be checking out the replay, so because we have so many people registered, so they'll probably see this and they can check out the buttons on their own time in terms of what they want to do. If anyone has any more questions, let us know. String, is there anything else you wanted to add? Is there not is there another slide after this one?
No, I'm just happy to be here hanging out with everyone. So thank you
Oh,
for
that's
like
sweet. No, but I see that your slide says 17 of 18. I thought maybe there's another slide.
Is that what is the last one like? Asking anything.
Oh, there you go. That's what it was. Yeah. So you guys can ask questions on anything here, but also what I'll do is I'm going to throw in a little bit more content here to kind of close it out. Australia Toronto Power to Networking. Yeah, man, I love it. I'm gonna throw in something else here just to end this. Okay. So just a few things here. I already went through several slides here, but some final thoughts for today. One of the things that if you're going to tell stories, you're going to do a present, or you're going to be online and you want to create value, one of the things I think is really important is to make people feel amazing or connected or invested in or valued. And I think that to me is one of the number one golden rules for how I connect to people as an audience. I think it's going to help you with any sort of video storytelling that you do. I also think that if you want to do well and you want to 10x your business, having a coach, whether I have a fitness coach, I have a nutrition coach, I have a business coach, and I have other coaches too. So it's important for you to think about getting coaches and mentors as you go on your journey, because coaches provide accountability and they really 10x your results. So if you want to get better at video storytelling, join the community. You want to get better presenting online, take my workshop, because you're going to actually 10x your results and impact. And finally, again, no matter where you are, you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great, right? You just have to just start and do the work, get feedback, listen to people, take all you can to learn what you can from everybody. And if you keep going at it, you'll get great. And, I'm sure when String started out, and I remember first seeing her back in Meerkat, you were fun to watch back then, but now you're just really far more phenomenal and concise and to the point, and just like, yeah, it's amazing to see the evolution of you, because I remember you from Meerkat and Periscope and all that, and Snapchat and all that kind of stuff. So it's good to see what you've done, and like, yeah, you definitely are great, which is awesome. And if anybody has any questions for DYPB, String, myself, and all the stuff that we're doing in terms of content, you can always check us out on our different social media handles. You can connect with us on LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, and all that kind of stuff. We'd love to, serve you guys in terms of what we're doing with DYPB, and maybe someday we'll do a DYPB event in Australia too. That's kind of something that we're looking at doing, one in Dubai and India and Australia. So we'll see what happens there.
Yay!
I know, that'd be so much fun. And maybe String, can you let people know where they can connect with you best?
LinkedIn, of course. Like,
Okay.
I already reached out and say like connect on LinkedIn. So I'd love
Okay.
to see you connected on LinkedIn.
Okay, perfect. All right, looks like we're done, guys. Thanks so much, and we'll see you guys later. Have fun, and thanks, String, for joining us.
Thank you.
All right,
Bye.
take care, guys.